Good morning, good morning. A little late morning for me here because I had to take my wife to her job, her daily grind, other than mine. Yeah, okay. And so it's another thing that we're looking at, while we're doing this project, the case study, in the approach that we have also, which is lackadaisical, meaning that I'm not really worried about when I go and check the situation with the crypto, because it's just simply it is what it is. It's funny, I've been laughing practically all week or two now since I've heard that statement. It is what it is, from another scoper here on a Periscope, and now I'm using it myself. I heard someone else say it, my wife said it the other day, and they're not even looking at the scopes, and I'm just laughing. It's such a, we see certain phrases that just become, I guess, cliches now after a while, but it just tickles me that you hear something and then you start using it over. I guess it's like hodling, right? Which was a spelling mistake, right? It's supposed to be holding, but again, it's the internet is what the internet is. It's a different animal, so it is what it is. All right, let's get into this. This morning we had we're going to go into the case study straight away. So let's see if we can feed that, get that out here for you. So we remind you to take a look at the earlier broadcast so you can know what it is we're doing, because a lot of things won't make any sense to you. First thing, we are showing you the premium software. The nifty thing about the premium software is the great value it adds to your earnings in our program. And again, if you're interested to purchase a month's worth, and you have a great discount above the screen here, and you get into a drawing for winning a whole year's worth. So it's a great opportunity for you to give it a whirl and get into crypto at no risk to you, no risk at all. And you can read more about it at the URL below. Okay. So as we were noting for the past, I would say 36 hours or so, Bitcoin has been starting to rebound ever so slightly. We started to notice that in the coins of our case study that we started to use for our case study. And so we expect, what I expect to see is some more increases as we had speculated previously. Now, before we continue, remember that this is a totally virtual case study. No one is investing any funds at all, and we are not instructing you or advising anyone to do or to follow us in terms of making actual investments. This is not intended for that. This is a game, folks. We're just looking, making believe we brought it yesterday and selling it today. That's all we're doing. Giving a test run, just an exercise, and learning from it. And we've learned so much, so that's why you have to see all this, the case study past streams, so you can really learn everything. We learn a vast amount of information already. So that being said, let's go into our and again, I remind you that we are watching the software in development mode. The computer is also streaming at incredible bandwidths, and we are running other programs in the background, including the development program itself. So if anything crashes up on us, please understand that it's not the normal thing to happen when you have your premium software. When you run your software on your machine, that's all that's running on it, and you don't have to worry about the things we have to worry about. Okay, so on this panel we have two coins that we are invested in. Actually, one that we're invested in because we have divested from the other, and that being we divested from royalties, having taken a profit from it, and we left everything as it was yesterday. So let's go back, see how things are faring today as I expected. So again, from yesterday we see that we're still in the doldrums here with a Rabbit coin. Rabbit coin was showing a pattern that was commensurate with our parameters, and those parameters again are in our previous case studies. So if you're following the case studies, you know what it was. Out of all the coins under a penny, there were only 8 that we were able to select that was pretty much fitting somewhat with some flexibility with our parameters. But soon after the weekend, that was like on Friday, but during the weekend things changed, and we saw that we were only able to invest virtually into 3 of the coins, because by the time we set everything into our panels and we checked on that Friday, only 3 of the coins were still manifesting the pattern. So we decided to go with those 3 coins. However, on Monday, we did not look at the market Saturday. We did not look at the market Sunday. We went in on Monday, and by Monday we started to note that out of the 3 coins selected, 2 of them were flatlining, like you see here that Rabbit coin is continuing to demonstrate. So we can see it here. I mean, you know, it's not much of a jump. When you're looking at it, you see that it's really just flatlining in the general, you know, in the larger picture. Now, you know, it's very slight increases and falls. It's really minuscule. So that's what we're looking at, and what we need to consider for ourselves. These little jumps are just very tiny in terms of the valuation. It's really nothing to write home about. At this point, the Rabbit coin is 9.22. It's still it's at a from a penny. It's 9,000th of a penny. If I'm reading that right, I'm gonna have to freshen up on that, on those decimals. I haven't dealt with decimals in such a long time. But in any case, that's what's happening with Rabbit coin. As you see, we invested in Rabbit coin virtually at 8. And that was we have here of a penny. It's at the 8,000th of a penny, and right now it's 9,000th of a penny. So I mean, it is an increase. There's still an increase from where we were, but it is still not the significant increase. It's definitely not the 30% that we were looking for, or we were expecting and waiting for. So that's still trying to deal with its flatlining characteristic. Here on royalties, as we got the 7-day, the royalties, I believe yesterday, I'm trying to recall, I'm going to have to take previous snapshots for the case study I'm learning, so that I can give a quick snapshot of the last time we looked at it. But I'm pretty sure that we were thinking that royalties was going. It showed a spike. Let me see this here closely. Tuesday, and I was suggesting. I think we saw it here Wednesday, where it was trending upward, and there was some thought that it had to either go up or down. Of course, you don't need to be a genius for that one. But because the market was heading down, I was suspecting that it would also go down still. We're talking about Bitcoin at this point. I was suspecting that royalties would then take this opportunity, which would be normal, as would be expected, to also drop down to its lows. But last night, I believe it was after 12 midnight, we did the drawing last night. At that time, it was still up here. So, but as we see this morning, we can see that it has dropped down to its typical low, and it's moving sideways, meaning that it has met its low resistance. I expect it to be now. It's a buying moment, and so right now, then we will buy into royalties. We will take what we made. And I'm going to make a record of it here because my the other spreadsheet is not ready yet. So I'm just gonna write it down here that we're actually now going to buy Wednesday AM, and we're going to buy in with the 663, which we made. That's the original $5. We spread the $20 out into the 3 coins. Well, it's supposed to be into 4 coins. We did 3 purchases of $5. Last time we sold out, as you see, we made $1.63 in profit. So we're going to add that to now our purchase, and we're going to buy right now at, we're going to buy right now at this price of let's this current pricing here. Let's take a look at it more carefully. So here it is at 7696 and 7696. So that's what we're going to put on our buy-in. $7696. I'll just correct the numbers in a minute. Let me just give myself a frame. Okay, right. So that would be. So as you see, we're buying in almost just a shaving higher than we did the first time. And so here we go. So this is the pattern that we are, the buy and sell pattern that we're trying to achieve. Okay, let me just save that. Update. Should have just saved it. Oh, I see. It's a new thing. So let me just save it as crypto note. Let's just say case study. Case study. June 2018. Okay. So we brought in there. We're still holding on the rabbit, the original $5. Holding on the rabbit. And now we'll go into our second data panel. day trading test panel. And on this one, we've only virtually invested into Dollar Online, which we were holding on because it really wasn't showing anything. And again, we're only looking at price. That's all we're concerned about. And the dollar was also demonstrating a few little difficulties. Yesterday it was going sideways, and this was one that we were looking at, which I expected to make another tooth, which is what this dollar has been doing a little more frequently previously, prior to Bitcoin, really starting to go down, pressing downward. And you can see that here, this part here, where it loses this up and down. It has this plateau and table type of characteristics, the sideways, and then down, and then sideways, then up. And so here it started feeling the pressure of the Bitcoin going downward. And then it went down. It's normal behavior, really, but a little stressor is the way I'm going to look at it. And then it did the sideways move here. They're trying to resist. And you can see how people trying to play the market. They were trying to resist here. This was the previous table. So again, you see the psychology here is so blatantly obvious. There's no other reason for this to try to plateau here to create a table, simply because the previous one was at that level, more or less. And because Bitcoin is going down still, that's more pressure on this. Still some resistance, some fighting with it, and just inching, downward just slowly. It's like a slope. Again, fighting and resisting of it going down any less. But in any case, it did not go, though, to speak well of this situation. It did not go all the way down to its previous low. So it has resisted that. And that's interesting because now, before this uprise this morning, it resisted at that level too. It's a higher resisting point. And this could indicate a higher low now for Dollar Online. Could. Now it's starting its way up. So let's see what pricing it gives here. 204. It's 2 cents with 204, and we had gotten into it at the 0.018, 1 penny with 80. So that's where we got into it, and we're looking for, at least before we take a profit, we're looking for at least a 2.4, a 2.4. So just a little bit more. If it can get up higher today. Let me check what price this was at. The highest it got to on Tuesday, yesterday, was 2.2. 2.2. And we toyed with the idea of taking profit then. It wasn't a 2.4, and I decided to let it run. Because all that would have happened was this morning I would have noticed it here. And by the way, since I wasn't available to get on this morning, I missed that buy opportunity. But since I'm in already, so I'm still in. So we're waiting for this to go up again. And hopefully, and because Bitcoin is going up, maybe this high will go higher today. and we will pass or at least get to the 30 percentile increase, and perhaps go beyond that. Okay, so that's good. So everything is nice. We brought in again to royalties this morning, so we're now back in the game with royalties. And Rabbit was still holding out. The rabbit is not sticking its head out of the hole yet, so that's still holding. So we're still in the holding pattern, still invested virtually, and that's that. Okay, so that's the update on that. Um, we'll be talking in our following. I have to get out to the doctor this morning, so I'm gonna end this stream. But the next stream most probably will be going into one of my search engines, which I'll be working on, and it's always provided just great information already on royalties, by the way, yesterday, as I was working on them, trying to improve that search engine, and a few things going on with that project. But so I'll be using that from now on as a research tool, and that will help me also to fashion the search engine a little bit better for crypto. I'll probably make a special search page dedicated to crypto or something like that. So I'll have to look at it and see how I work that out. But I'm taking the opportunity to create a section or a segment of the search engine to accommodate the new world of crypto. So we'll be working at that, and also the fact that we have some special SSRP pages available. The SSRP are sponsored search result pages, and so you'll look at me working on that probably in the next broadcast today, and I'll be introducing that to everyone in the field. Other than that, that's also another money income stream that is going to be buying a lot of Bitcoin for those members who are in our program. We are constantly creating ways for our members to create Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, so at no risk to you, which is the best way to be involved in this. Okay, so those of you watching and interested in becoming a member or want to know more information, how to be in crypto without risking your own money. No risk here, boys, girls, no risk at all. Go to the URL classiforum.com/mine and read about our 3 memberships, and realize that if you send $10 to the PayPal me address above, you will also not only receive your first month, your month. It's every $10 I'm giving a month away, which usually is $25 of the basic membership. But just last night, one of our participants got a whole year of basic membership because of their wheel. Their number was drawn in the wheel, so they got a whole year. So you only need 5 months to make $50,000 plus. So you can figure that one out. It's a win-win situation. So I would suggest that you participate and send in your $10 before it closes out tonight, and be in the drawing, and be able to win a full year of either the basic membership, the premium membership, which includes the software, or the mine, the coveted mine. And you read all about that. If you get the mine, I mean, just a wonderful thing to have, I'm going to tell you right now. So do that. Remember, with the mine, as I've always said and told you, the mine has many different income streams. So it's over 100, but just one of them produces $7,500 per week. And right now, although the price of Bitcoin went over that slightly, it's still relatively just about a Bitcoin every single week that is added to your portfolio, to your wallet. Now, there's no hardware mining in the world that can do that. So just to put things in perspective, the only one that comes close, the closest that comes, it doesn't come close, but the closest that come will be out on the market in about 5-6 weeks from now, and that one only can make for you 1 Bitcoin per month, and that depends on the price of Bitcoin. So that's the situation how it is right now. My program can get you 1 Bitcoin every week, okay, based on the prices yesterday, right? Today it's going up a little higher, so you get almost a Bitcoin today if this was the end of your week. So there's nothing that comes close to it, folks. You still remember that you're not risking any money at all. And the guys who are into crypto really big time, they're using my program to swap out their investments. So the ones that get smart, they realize that why should I have hundreds of thousands of dollars of my own money in crypto when I can have this program produce hundreds of thousands of dollars and have that ride in crypto, and I have my money, and invested in safer things like real estate and precious metals, which, by the way, our program was originally, or not was, is still, first was created for precious metals. So we only made a version for crypto because we saw a fantastic window of opportunity, which is winding down. You've already 5 months into it. It's really the time to get in. And there's no greater proof than the price going down as it is now. It's the time to get in, but not with your money. It's never the time to get in with your money. But it's the time to get in with our money, with our program. And you only have 2.5 years left, really, to make a big, wealthy name, for yourselves and your family, become wealthy. So that is something to look at our Mind program, and the URL is below. Take care, guys. Got to head out to the doctor and hear the good news. All right, take care. Bye-bye.